Hello everyone, Corn here, and this is take 2 because I just keep going way too long. But for Halloween, you all saw me make these little mini books, or some of you called them journals and some of you called them flip books, but they've been around a while, and you all saw me haul this. Oh boy, that's from Tuesday morning before they closed. That's why the red mark. This one is just set up for you, and this has the 3 binder rings, and it has the chipboard. But you all saw that I did not have chipboard in the ones that I had made. I did have chipboard in the one I made for Dolly, who is Crafty Mermaid Mom, but not for the Halloween ones I made for Crafty Nita and for Craft Junkie. And several of you all asked me to show you how I did that, and I think your interest was in it because of not having the chipboard. I'm tempted to use a piece of chipboard for the cover and the back, but I liked doing it without, and I think it saves money in shipping. It saves money in you all having, or all of us having, to get the chipboard. And so I'm going to show you, and also a lot of us can get those binder rings at Dollar Tree. Remember, they come in small, medium, large, and extra large, so you could make a very large one, however you would like. I can show you what I do. I have referred, when everybody asks me, to show how I did mine, I said, well, there are so many tutorials on YouTube, and there are. And the reason why, I don't have good eyesight, and if you all notice sometimes, even with the flowers, I'll get out of view because I have to have things very close to me at times, and you all are sweeter and kind and doesn't bother you. So I thought, I'm making one of these for the giveaway for January, and so I thought, well, while I'm doing this, I'm just going to try to film this, which is the very first for me to film in my craft room. And yes, my craft table is a mess because of gathering everything to use. And still haven't gathered everything, but gathering a lot of things. So the first thing you need to do is mine is a 6x6, okay? And so that's what you need to do. Cut your paper 6x6 if that's your preferred size of pages. And then what I do, again, we all do things differently, but I use the Fabri-Tac, and I really like it to bond this cardstock together because it makes it nice and stiff. And I want my pages stiff because, as you know, we put belly bands on them, we put envelopes on them, we fill them with tags and ephemera and all sorts of goodies, and so I would like them to be nice and firm. So when I use the Fabri-Tac, you'll notice that I don't go right up to the edge of the paper because the Fabri-Tac is rather thick and it will ooze out. And if you like to use ink around the edges of your paper, the Fabri-Tac doesn't take ink. Ew. It's like, no, I don't like you. I don't want you on me. Okay. The reason I like Fabri-Tac, not only because of the nice bond, but because it gives me a few minutes to line things up. I can, as you see, I can line it up and not worry and say, oh my goodness, I don't even have a second I know some people love art glitter glue and say that they can line it up beautifully. I think mine, when I use art glitter glue, I have to move. Handsome gave me this. This is a roller that he had with, remember, he's the cake maker in the family, and he gave me this out of his cake making supplies because I told him if I had a roller, I would feel more comfortable in dispersing the glue properly. So he's like, okay, I got something. Now, you don't have to do this, and you might think, oh, corn, for Pete's sake. It's distributed by now. It's just how I do it. So it takes a few minutes to dry, and I've already got this one done. So I'm going to go ahead and put my cap on there so it doesn't dry out on me. And then I'm going to take one of these pages and use as my template. So I'll just line it up with this BB, the page, and then take my pencil. Again, you don't have to do this either. I saw it wasn't lining up properly. Some people just go ahead and use their paper punch and don't do this, but I do. Again, whatever is best for y'all. Simplest. This is what's best for me. This paper punch I got at Walmart. It's just a regular old paper punch. And I'm sorry that I'm giving you this view, but again, I have to see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is going to go in the pile with a bunch of other ones that if I showed you, it would take quite a bit of time, because I think we're up to 10 now, 10 pages. But, and then we'll, this is how simple it is, really. Because let me just put these with you. Got some pockets already cut out and already done the fancy edge on them and stuff like that. But this is it. This is what you all are going to be doing. You're going to be cutting your paper to the desired width and length. You're going to be gluing them together unless you don't want them that thick. Then you're going to be marking the holes, punching the holes, and guess what, y'all? I mean, I know that sounds silly because it's just so simple, but and then you can use these guys and adhere them there. Adhere them, not adhere them. Whoa, I knew I'd mess up. Remember, it's not a corn video unless she messes up. And the thing is, you're going to have to keep in mind with the size of binder rings you're going to use, because as you all saw, sometimes you can be adding so much to these little babies that they get quite thick. So that's up to you too, okay? And then you'll just be adding the 3 of those together. And again, you don't, need the kit. You can save money on that. These you can get from Dollar Tree. Use paper that you have. Dollar Tree has paper too. But I might even mount, that's paper. That's not cardstock. So if I did the Dollar Tree one, I would make sure that it's nice and thick. You know what I mean? As far as my building it up to be nice and thick. But yeah, let me go ahead and do this so you can see it's... to actually get it together is quite simple. Now, decorating it is another ball game and quite time consuming. But yeah, this is for the giveaway for January. So yeah. And some people don't like the clips. They don't think they're pretty. I've also seen them with bows on them. I think you remember my Valentine one. I put a charm and then a tag. I can show you real quick what I'm going to be using. Since this is going to be about January, it's all going to be about snow and stars and little animals. Downstairs where my printer is where those are. I've got little woodland critters and sheep in the snow. Nadia C gifted these to me. I'm going to be using just the silver ones. And then, hope you can see them some. Then these snowflakes, this one of these charms is going to be going on the side here. I'm going to fix this butterfly and then have that on there. I'm going to hopefully be able to use some of these crystals. And then I have these gem stickers that I got at Dollar General. I've got a few embossed items that I wanted to include. Here's 2 of my tags that I have so far. And I was hoping to put this up on foam and then do some washi tape and everything. We have some mason jars to gather some snowflakes in. We have some snowflakes. We have a metal snowflake that was gifted to me. I'm going to do some flowers out of this one. I have some appliques. Not going to use the ones with gold, but silver and white. I have washi to incorporate in there. And I have some ribbon. I hope that's visible because the way this camera's mounted, I can't see what y'all are seeing. I hope it's okay. And that's how simple it is to do, or at least to start, or to get the basic done. And the lovely thing is, like I said, Dollar Tree, for $1 you can get your little binder clips and then use the paper that you have. And I personally think with all the time it takes to embellish and add pockets and ephemera and everything else and tags, that it's a gift of love. And I want to thank you all for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody.